Henderson and Baylor. When they do that forearm shot, you can understand it. Boy, are they impressive. In fact, you go in the clubhouse, you think they're there to play the Browns.
I think they average 6'3½", something like 225 pounds.
0-1 to count to Jose Canseco. 0-2. Canseco from when he first came up 2 years ago. He said he's 23 now. High fly ball to left field. Hall going back on it. Still going to the track. It is gone. Home run Canseco. And just like that, it's 3-1 Oakland. Boy, did he muscle that thing. Canseco's 8th home run. He has 24 runs batted in, and it figured he'd hit one here in his favorite road ballpark.
After setting him up with that pitch low and outside, he tried to come inside, and Canseco really turns on it. And I mean, it's really arms. He doesn't really stride into it, just brute strength. And there you saw the bashing where they hit with the forearms. It was inside, and watch him just turn on it. You can see his arms kind of come back in toward his body, and he knew that one was gone.
In '86, he hit 33. But no one's ever been a 40-40 man.
No.
So when he says, I think I can be a 40-40 man.
All the action A's fans want to see comes in the ninth. They trail 4-2 going in. Stan Javier with a shot to right as Don Baylor and Glenn Hubbard are in. And that ties at 4-4 after a Jose Canseco RBI single. Mark McGuire cracks it into the left field corner. Canseco and Javier are in. And it's 7-4 A's. Ron Hassey will get into the thick of it. The A's catcher, left-handed batter, slices it the other way. McGuire looks like a goner at third as they get out the stopwatch to get him coming home. But watch him. Nice slide around Andy Allison's tag. And he's safe. The A's wrap up another one with the big ninth inning. They lead the West by 4 games over.
Facing Tom Candiotti, and the knuckleball doesn't knuckle. It's gone. 2-run home run, 2-0 A's. Bottom of the second, it's 3-0. Carney Lansford at the plate. Slaps this single off Candiotti. An outside pitch sends it to right. Don Baylor comes in. Now 4-0 Oakland. The Tribe makes their move in the top of the 5th. Joe Carter facing Storm Davis lines this one. Mel Hall comes in, and now it's just a 4-3 Oakland lead. But the bottom of the 5th, the A's break it wide open. Bases loaded. Ron Hassey drives it to the alley in left center field. Bounces over the wall. It's a ground rule double. 2 runs come in. 6-3 A's. Bottom of the 7th, it's 11-3, and Dave Henderson's at the plate. And this one is way back and gone. A 3-run home run. The A's thump the Indians, winning this one 14-3, picking up their 12th consecutive victory with 19 hits in the game. Lansford and Hassey had 4 apiece.
Stewart ran his record to a perfect 8-0 today. That's why we're having him on now. We booked him before. With a 4-hitter as the A's beat Cleveland for their 13th straight victory this afternoon. Dave Stewart coming at you. Joe Carter skies to Tony Phillips in left. Willie Upshaw is going to try and make it home from third. Watch what happens to Orlando Mercado, the catcher. He gets knocked in the next week. 1-0 Cleveland. But that was it. In the A's 5th, Carney Lansford lofts one to right center. Carmen Castillo and Carter, watch them. They're coming into your screen. They collide. And Phillips scores. It's 1-1. Safe. Still in the 5th inning, Jose Canseco drills one. He gets his 30th RBI. Lansford scores 2-1 A's. Next, it's Mark McGuire. He makes it 3-1.
Oakland ran their road record to 18-4 tonight with an overpowering 12-7 victory over the Boston Red Sox. First inning of play, it was Ron Hassey's turn right away. He singles to left field. 2 score, Carney Lansford and Jose Canseco, and Oakland is up 2-0. And these guys, when they get the snowball rolling, they just keep it up. Second inning we go. Dave Parker, does he hit it? Man, does he hit it. And he hits a double. Walter Weiss and Carney Lansford score. It's a 4-0 A's lead. Still in the second inning, it's time for Dave Henderson. He rips one to left field. Parker and McGuire score. Hassey is out, though, at third base in the throw from the catcher, and Ron is gone at 6-0, though. And you want to see a home run? How about Mark McGuire? Not only over the Green Monster, but over the net, completely out of Fenway Park. Oakland wins their 13th in the last 14 on the road with a 12-7 victory. That was home run number 11 from Mark McGuire.
A look of power and muscle. Jose Canseco and Mark McGuire, the dynamic duo. And in New York, controversial Dave Winfield has everybody jumping on and off the field with his monumental blasts. Tonight, in what could be a preview of the American League Championship Series.
Feeling this is going to be a wild scoring affair before it's all over tonight. Jose's really leaning right now. He's going. Parker hits it deep to right. Get out the scorebook, and 2. The A's, Dave Parker, just now left home plate, watching that majestic drive go out of here a mile.
One thing happens when you have a base stealer, and you see some enthusiasm right there by Dave Parker. That bash form bash about eliminated our bat boy, but Dave pumped up. You can see that as he got his pitch and he turned on a fastball down and in. And just going to say, when you have a guy at first base who's capable of stealing, it's times you're going to get a fastball that you can hit. You take advantage of it. He did.
Man, watch him hit this ball.
The swing right there.
Well, it's down to this. The A's trying for their 96th win of the year, which would be enough to win a Western Division championship. Al Newman, the third baseman for the Minnesota Twins, is facing Dennis Eckersley. And the first pitch is high for ball 1. Got that one over. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. The fans here are not seated. Almost all around the ballpark, they're standing. Javier takes care of out number 1. Third base play by Carney Lansford. It'll be a tough one. He got him. Oh, what a play by Carney Lansford.
And what about the stretch by Stan Javier at first base? Outstanding play. And here's a guy that hadn't been in the lineup in 4 days, and he makes an outstanding play. Ball off the end of the bat by Brian Harper. And watch Carney Lansford come in and make just a perfect play. Stan Javier with the long stretch at first. Outstanding play.
And they're going crazy here at the Coliseum. Everybody standing 2 down. Here's John Moses of the Twins. He's had 2 hits tonight. Eck misses outside ball 1. Don't you know it's pumping strong in the sky. Fly ball, this might do it. Polonia's calling for it. He's under it. Start the celebration. The Athletics have won the West.
Jose Canseco. Jose, first of all, congratulations on home run number 40 yesterday, and congratulations on the American League West championship. Just tell me your thoughts right now, the first time that you've been standing here in your 3-year career in a position like this.
Well, my thought right now, we're very excited. We're very pleased. We put a lot of hard work during the season, and since spring training, we knew we had the ability to come out here and dominate the American League West, and we've shown that, you know, the Oakland A's have made so much strides, so much improvement since '86, and I basically think in the future we're going to be a contender also.
How has this been for you this year? All the publicity that you've received, all the attention, it's undoubtedly been a lifestyle change for you. What are some of the adjustments that you've had to make?
Well, it's kind of a lifestyle change. The only adjustments I've made is you know, trying to cope with the media. You try to cope with people. It seems like everywhere you go, they say, "Oh, Jose Canseco's here, Jose Canseco's there." You sign autographs in malls and in clubs, and basically just have to go along with it.
Everybody's talking about 40-40. You got the 40th home run yesterday. You're still 3 stolen bases away. Is that pretty much the prime thing on your mind right now that the division championship is won?
Yeah, the first thing on my mind was to clinch the American League West. Now we've done that, I think I can concentrate more on trying to steal those 3 bases, concentrate on maybe trying to get on base who knows, now and then with a bunt or a hit, and we're going to try to steal the bases.
Looked like tonight you got a pretty good break on that one, but then Dave Parker hit it out of the ballpark. Huh?
Yeah, I had a good jump. Where is Dave Parker? No,
Pitched to bunt, a breaking ball that just kind of laid up there for him, and that was Paul Molitor's only chance to try to field the ball barehanded. Couldn't do it.
Now, stand by. Which pitch is he going to run on? He stole number 39 in the first inning. They had Phillips at third base when he did.
And John Hirschbeck, the second base umpire, has a lot of pressure on him. He knows what is at stake.
He's running. There's the throw. Number 40. Jose Canseco, the first man ever in big league history to do it. And now he's asking the umpire if he can take that second base back.
And he's saying no.
The umpire says he can't have it. He's getting a standing ovation from his teammates on the top of the dugout steps.
And the fans are standing also. Jose's going to ask Hirschbeck again if he can have the bag.
All around this ballpark. They're standing. Now he's going to get it. He stole it. It's his. He's got it.
That's great.
Well, at Wimbledon, they hold it up over their head when they win a trophy, and he just gave a little one at that. Frank Sinchek will take care of that. The Hall of Fame will be on the phone, but they won't get it.
Well, I know Jose would be willing to buy a new second base for him if he could get it. I'm surprised the Brewers weren't coming out with a new one anyway, just from the beginning.
Well, it has been a season-long march from spring training when Jose said he thought he could do it. He thought it could be done. I don't think he even realized, Ray, that nobody had ever done it before.
He did not. He didn't realize that. You get a chance to see it again, and Mark McGwire, he faked a little just to give a little bit additional, but Surhoff, a lot of pressure, and the ball just a little bit too high to the first base side. And another shot right there. Surhoff with a good throwing arm, but that ball, see it tailing back the other way. And you know what, Jim?
Here's a high drive to deep left center field. Move over record book line. Here's a new man in the RBI column for the Oakland A's. Jose, a member of the 40-40. And now he just sets up a line all to his own. The most RBIs ever in a season for an Oakland A's player. Is there no end to all this?
Well, they threw the ball back in, I think. Yes, they threw the ball back, so he'll get home run number 41 right there. And they got it. You're right.
First of all, congratulations from everybody, the first 40-40. How relieved are you to have it over with?
I'm extremely relieved. I was thinking about hopefully it wouldn't have to go to a couple game left in the season or the last game. I thought in my mind, whenever I get on base, let's give it a shot. Let's do it as soon as possible, and now I can sleep at night.
The bunt that you put down, and you were telling some of the guys before the ball game, watch me, I'm going to bunt just to get on base. Again, how much were you thinking about bunting, just getting on any way you could tonight?
Well, like I said, I was just trying to get on, thinking of trying to get a hit, especially trying to start off a rally. I was the first man up in the inning, and I was telling Dave McKay, you know, it's funny, I was telling him, okay, watch, first time up, I'm going to bunt. So I bunted. And then before I told him, I'm going to try to steal first pitch to get over with. My mind was telling me when I was on base, go first pitch, go first pitch. And when he made a movement, my legs locked up on me. So all of a sudden, I stayed there frozen. I'm saying, gee, what a jerk. Why didn't you go? He threw a fastball home, and I thought if I get an excellent jump, I would be able to beat it. But I said, hey, let's go ahead and go for it. I told myself, let's get enough of a good jump. Even if he throws over to first, I may be able to beat the relay to second base. So I got an excellent jump.
I think we're going to take a look at the stolen base now. This one is the first one or the second one? This is the number 40 right here. Tell us what happened.
It looked like it was a fastball in, a great pitch to steal. And like I said, I had an excellent jump, and I don't think he had a shot at me at all.
How much pressure do you feel was on B.J. Surhoff and the entire Brewer Club because they knew exactly what you were thinking about doing?
I think they had a pressure, but I think myself I had the most pressure because, like I said, I don't want to let it go down to the last 2 or 3 games.
Center field, Henderson, and he got there and got the ball. He dropped it. Scoring as Evans into third. Goes Greenwell.
That ball hits him right in the heel of the glove. That ball should have been caught, but it looked like Dave. I don't think he could say he was nonchalanting, but it looked like he had it very easy, or thought he was going to have it very easily.
Boy, that comes on the heels of that great catch he made in center field back in the fourth inning.
No, a lot of times, and you know this, Joe, if you run on the heels of your feet, your eyes will bounce and jar, and you won't get a clear look at that ball.
Right field, base hit. Greenwell to score. Rice makes the turn. He's on his way to third as Canseco brings it into Phillips. It's been one of those nights for Dave Henderson. He'll remember this one a long time. A great catch in the fourth inning on a shot by Ellis Burks, but he just as soon forget about the one that happened in the previous inning. I don't know if he was fooled by the ball originally, Joe or Reggie, but whatever it is, he didn't look it into the glove. He'll be leading things off here as we go. Center field, base hit. So Henderson now trying to bring his teammates back. Leads off with a single. That'll ring up Canseco, who's flied out to right field the first two times.
Now that they've seen Roger Clemens twice, and Dave Henderson, Jose Canseco, and Dave Parker. And like I say, they've seen him twice already, and I feel that he's lost a little on his fastball, but it's still a very good fastball.
That's the third hit of the series now for Henderson, the third hit of the night for the A's. He had something on that one.
To see how good of a pitcher he is, Joe, and I think he's a great one if he can adjust to losing a little bit off that fastball, spot the ball a little bit more, show him a breaking ball, show him the fork ball, and just make some good quality pitches and mix them up a little bit.
Henderson at first, Canseco, and a call strike.
Looked like that fastball ran down and in, or was a ball, and I'm sure that's why Canseco's talking about it.
Well, it looks like a pretty good pitch to me, a good pitch to hit. You want Roger to get the ball down, so you have to attack it when he gets it down. You cannot hit his high fastball. You're going to have to hit the one below the belt.
0-2 to Canseco. Fly ball high in the air to left field. Greenwell watching that one. It's gone off the screen. And his second home run of this championship series, and we're all even at 2. I don't know about you guys, but when he hits something, it just brings this game up about 2 or 3 notches. Is he exciting?
There's no doubt about that one, and we could attest to that by taking a look at Greenwell. He just looked up in the sky and didn't even move. It was a no-doubter right from the crack of the bat, and we see the big bash.
Well, he gets a fastball down. Watch this fastball. It's not the high fastball he's been swinging and missing. And as I mentioned, I think these guys can handle his fastball. And when he loses just a little bit, he becomes target practice for a guy like Canseco.
Remember now, that was an 0-2 count.
That's called a bad pitch. That is a bad pitch.
One in the 7th inning. Well, this Oakland ball club is playing mighty, mighty well.
Cold was it at Boston? Well, temperature at game time 42 degrees with a little wind. They said wind chill almost freezing. And yes, the hot water bottles. But Roger Clemens was hot on the mound. Pitched 7, struck out 8. Here he gets Carney Lansford. Here he gets Ron Hassey. Clemens had the heater working. He was perfect through 3 until Luis Polonia with the swinging bunt. Roger can throw it 60 feet 6 inches, but he can't throw it 23 feet. They give him a hit and an error. Polonia on second base. Didn't matter, though, because with Canseco up, Polonia running on his own, I must guess, gets gunned down by Rich Gedman. with Canseco at the plate. But just as hot as Clemens was Storm Davis of the A's. And Dave Henderson, the center fielder, on the stride by Ellisberg. Going back, makes the catch in the deepest part of the park, the triangle. No score through 5. Bottom of the 6th inning. After 2 are out, 2 men walk, and Henderson made the hard one. Couldn't handle the easier one from Jim Rice. He drops the ball. Evans scores 1-0 Boston. Next man up is Ellis Burks. This time he singles to the right side. Greenwell scores through 6, 2-0 Boston. But on an 0-2 pitch after a Henderson single with none out in the top of the 7th. Jose Canseco back, forget it. Greenwell doesn't even look at it. It's gone. 2 homers, 2 days. We are tied at 2. Then, a couple batters later, the other big guy, Mark McGuire, even destruction with a base hit to left field, and Lansford will score. It's 3-2 A's through 7. Bottom of the 7th against reliever Greg Life as a Cataray. Rich Gedman, first home run off a lefty all year for the Boston backstop. We are tied at 3. Top of the 9th, Lee Smith is on. And with 2 out, an 0-2 pitch. Runners at the corners. Walt, 3 blind Weiss. Comes through with a base hit up the middle, scoring Ron Hasse. 4-3 Oakland. They bring in the act. 1 out, 2 out, then Gedman up. The hero in the 7th. Couldn't do it in the 9th inning. Sends one to left field. But Polonia makes it, and the Oakland A's have really put a knife to the Boston Red Sox.
Storm Davis matched him with zeros, a little wildness. The Red Sox got on the board, and then Canseco tied it. But once again, it always comes down to who can close the door. Nobody better at it than this year than the Eck. And Eck described the feeling again coming in the night. Back home in Fenway, got to be a thrill.
I'll tell you, anytime you come in here and you beat Hurst and you beat Clemens like we did tonight, we got down 2-0, and Canseco came through again like he's been doing all year. I mean, that's an MVP year. And I was just hoping to get a chance. And I get up to throw, and next thing you know, we score, and I'm in the game, and the crowd's quiet, and we close it out.
You know, you're talking real cool, and Canseco's a hero and MVP, but I know down inside that jacket, that heart's ticking a little bit. What's it been like for you making the change from a starter to a short reliever?
Well, it's sort of been a live and learn process for me. You know, you get excited. It doesn't matter how long you've played. And every time I go out there, I'm paranoid. But I just let my experience take over, and I'm a good control pitcher and go after people.
You say you're a good control pitcher. You got a couple of fastballs. Describe them.
Well, I mean, if I want to paint the corner, I'll just cross-seam it, and it stays straight. And if I want to throw a sinker, I'll just two-seam the ball, and it'll sink. And usually I don't want to throw a strike with that one because the strike with that one is not as fast.
What one did you throw Boggs that tricked him yesterday?
Well, I had thrown him a sinker right before that, and he was looking for something down, and I threw him a high cross-seam fastball, and he swung and missed, and I was shocked.
You know, you saved 16 ball games last year, but that was really your first test out of the bullpen. When all of a sudden did it hit you that you said, hey, I can make a career. I am a quality short reliever?
Well, you know, Tony came to me at the end of last season and said, hey, if you want to go to spring training, you want to be the closer, you want another shot at starting? I said, I want to start again. So I was crazy. And then we got rid of Jay Howell, and so I knew in the offseason is really when I was going to do the job. And I enjoyed it last year, and everything's worked out this year great.
You know, when you win, everybody says, oh, what a great group of guys, good ball club. But really describe the Oakland ball club and what has been the key ingredient to winning this year besides adding a little talent.
Well, we got the thing is a great mix, you know, personality-wise with youth and veteran players like Baylor and myself and Parker. And it's just a great mix. There's a lot of guys here that's never won, and there's a lot of hunger going on here. And it's not, money has nothing to do with it.
All right, Eck, thanks so much. Great job again tonight. See you in Oakland. The A's come into Fenway Park and pick up 2 straight. They were looking for a split. Big advantage right now. Back to Chris and Bob.
Well, they're in the driver's seat. Thanks very much, Jim. Tomorrow, the travel day out to Oakland for Saturday.
Check out all the heroes in another one-run win for Oakland.
When I hit it right away, I thought it was a hit right away, but as I got about halfway down the line, I saw it hanging up there a little bit, and I thought Burks was going to have a chance to catch it, but unfortunately he came down before he got to it.
It was exciting, especially to get an RBI and to put us ahead 3-2. You know, that was a big hit, especially a big first playoff hit, and to be an RBI. You know, I like those situations.
I didn't expect to hit home runs every game. What I expect to do is play good defense, try to help out the team as well as possible, try to add something positive instead of leaving a lot of runners on, and basically it's come that way.
What a great win. I mean, you come in here, you beat Hurst, you beat Clemens, and, you know, you get down 2-0 to Clemens. I mean, you got to think it's a little dismal. And then Hosey does it again. I mean, if that's not MVP, I don't know what is.
I think it's safe to say the A's will have an enjoyable ride home to Oakland. Up 2-0. They'll be sending Bob Welch to the mound Saturday against the Red Sox. Mike Bodiger up 2-0, and things very much in hand for the Oakland A's.
Parrish hadn't played first base until they came over to Boston. They moved him there, and of course in there now in the bottom of the 8th inning. Bluff move and deep to left field, going back Greenwell, back, and it's out of here. 2-run home run.
So you...
With Eckersley on the mound.
There you see the Oakland A's have tied an American League Championship Series record with their 4 home runs tonight.
The American League Championship Series, it was the Red Sox against the Angels. And in the 9th inning, Dave Henderson. And we're going to go back on this flashback, hitting a gigantic, very big 2-run home run. And Reggie must have hurt.
It certainly did. I've seen this ball club down about as far as you can get. They were down to 1 strike. 3-1.
Big moment there and a big moment tonight for Dave Henderson. So Eckersley now will face Boggs, Greenwell, and Rice scheduled up. Now staked to a 4-run lead.
On the big fly, partner.
Left field, Javier going back. Javier makes a running catch. Outstanding defense. And there's a fine defensive play. McGuire to Eckersley. They're doing it all. For 4. And they're 1 strike away from the 3rd win.
And they're standing here at the Coliseum hoping this is the last out.
0-2 pitch. It's over. As well in this game, the only one for the Red Sox, their 2nd home run of this series. So tomorrow, Hurst now has 1 ball, no strikes on Canseco. Canseco, as we mentioned, the only guy in the A's lineup that didn't get a hit last night.
Well, I tell you, Gary, I watched him take batting practice today, and did he hit one today?
He hit one clear up on the grass.
Unbelievable.
Left field. We both just, I think our mouths dropped open at the same time when we watched that one get launched. Big swing, and the count goes to 2-1.
Have been Babumba's home runs.
Well, his only 2 hits in this series have been home runs.
Nothing wrong with that.
Canseco, right center field. Ball is well hit. Way back. It's out of here.
That is something that you did not want the Oakland A's to do if you were a Red Sox. Take a look at this swing. Jose stays right on the ball, drives right through it. You see him watch it all the way, even after he hits it, right through that ball, driving it to right center field. He missed out on the fun last night, but he picked up on it tonight. Just the
center field responds. Burks will go back. This will score a run. Burks makes the catch. McGuire tags, and it's a 4-1 game.
About a veteran, you show him some respect and he'll usually respond for you.
Back goes Gallego, and the Oakland A's have won the American League pennant.
they're certainly celebrating inside the clubhouse here. The fans enjoying themselves outside. It is typical World Series atmosphere inside. They're throwing champagne all over. Guys are being hugged, throwing things thanks to Jimmy Lefevre. That is one of the reasons I wore my old clothes today. Pair of beat-up pants, because I had a feeling that I was going to get a record. Dave, Justy had 3, and you've been named the Chevrolet Major League Most Valuable Player for the American League Championship playoffs.
Highest, best I ever felt in my life. Did you ever think this would happen to me? Last year?
With me, the marketing manager of the West of the Chevrolet Motor Division, Ron Daniels, the presentation of the trophy of the Heartbeat of America.
Good. On behalf of Chevrolet and 5,000 Chevrolet dealers, congratulations, Dennis.
Thank
Most
you.
valuable player.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I'll cherish it the rest of my life.
Good.
Thank you. Thanks, Chevrolet.
Absolutely beautiful job. I want you to know that I'm a Chevy dealer, so part of that.
From the first pitch that I was going to have the edge.
You know, in watching you get prepared for today's ball game, I was in the clubhouse when you came in. You seem to have a quiet determination about you that wants to prove that Dave Stewart is something special, as you showed today.
Well, you know, there are a lot of people out there who just haven't had a chance to see me pitch. You know, they look at statistics and they think that everything is a fluke. You know, I'm real relaxed about what I do. I've learned through watching veterans as yourself, Davey Lopes, Reggie Smith, Dusty Baker, about how to go about your business. And, you know, I've learned my lesson well, and it's helped me on the mound.
Looks like you still got that hard look on your face. You're going to have a good time with the guys and bust some champagne?
We'll have some fun. You know, it's just, you know, the tempo has been so upbeat, you know, the 4 games that I just haven't quite gotten to that relaxed stage yet. But I'm enjoying it.
Thank you very much, and congratulations. Here's a big guy, Jose. Absolutely fantastic. I can say nothing that anyone else has not already said. My conversation would be full of superlatives. Great going.
Thank you. Like I was talking in Boston, I thought we'd go in there, and if we took 2 games, I knew they've had a lot of difficulties playing at Oakland during the whole year. We've out-hit them here. We've out-pitched them here. And, you know, we came with a great advantage, and I had a great feeling that we were going to sweep it here.
You know, the home run that you hit off Bruce Hurst early in the ball game today, last night it looked like you were trying to pull the ball, maybe trying to hit a home run last night, but today you stayed on the ball, drove the ball to your power field. Were you doing something different today?
That's one thing I've learned as a hitter. Basically, you have to take every pitcher different. You have to adjust not just per at bat, per every pitch. Bruce Hurst tried to work me away.
They'll await, of course, the outcome of the Mets and Dodgers series, led right now by the Mets 2-1. Once again, the final score, the Oakland A's 4, the Boston Red Sox 1.
Whose ball club dismantled the American League as early as April. Lasorda's club took over at the end of May. Fouled away. 1 and 2. Between innings. And that's probably hammered into left field for a base hit. By the way, in talking about 2 balls and 2 strikes to Dave Stewart. Now he goes 3 and 2. Now remember, Belcher made 28 pitches in the first inning. Lasorda, muttering to himself, saw him hit a batter, walk 1, give up a base hit.
You don't know what that does to your club when you got the pitcher up to you to think can hit, and they go to 3 and 2. It really lowers everything.
You know the height of confidence? What? With 1 out and Stewart hitting, turn Hubbard loose. That would really be saying something.
Well, the shock value would be worth something.
3 and 2 to Dave. And he walked him.
That's bad pitching.
Well, you're not going to be around too long pitching the way Tim Belcher is pitching. And Ron Paranowski has gone out there. 1 strike, 2 on, 1 out, and that's behind him. What a tough spot. And thank goodness that Lansford did not instinctively back away, or he would have backed into it.
That's just complete wildness. There was nothing there. He overthrew that ball, and that is really dangerous because instinctively you back up, and that's how you get beaten. He just was thrown so hard he didn't know what to do. And Socha makes a good play in keeping that ball from getting by him.
You know, one thing we really should remember is that's a rookie pitching in the first game of the World Series.
He just overthrew.
3 and 2, 1 out, second inning, 2-0 Dodgers. Hubbard and Stewart out on the line. And And he's walked in to load the bases again.
He got out of it very fortunate in that first inning because Steinbach had a pitch to hit and he just didn't hit it. And now you got Henderson coming up who hit a breaking ball, bounced it up the middle.
3-2. Swung on and missed.
He just reared back and popped that one right by him. He knew it was coming, he got it and couldn't hit it.
Jim Belcher is not or has not been a great strikeout pitcher. His high this year 8, and he did that 3 times. He has already rung up 3. And now with 2 down, the biggest confrontation of the night. The bases loaded and Jose Canseco.
5 of the first 11 batters, he's at a 3-2 count. You talk about living dangerously.
One ball and no strikes. Hubbard at third, Stewart at second, Lansford at first. Canseco hit by a pitch in the first inning. This is a ball club. The Oakland A's scored over 800 runs this year. And there's a drive to center. Back goes Shelby to the wall. It is gone. Grand slam home run for Jose Canseco.
And look where he hit it. Over the center field fence, a line drive. It didn't get up, it didn't get down, it just got out. We talked about it. They have about 5 guys on that lineup with one swing can turn the game around, and you just saw it here.
Jose Canseco makes Tommy Lasorda sit quietly, and that's quite a trick. It took a grand slam home run to do it, and did he ever smoke it? The forearm bash, and it is 4-2 Oakland here in the second inning, and this big crowd suddenly stunned as Dave Parker checks in. Ball 1. Belcher, by the way, is due to bat 4th in the second inning if he can get that far.
You could see Canseco pointed it was a line drive. I've never seen a ball. I mean, it didn't get up or down. Then it just went straight out.
2 iron. That's Bobby Welch coming over. 2-0 the count. That's on the hands, fisted foul off third, and it'll go out of play.
Look at those arms with the speed. And you see that little hitch that he's got. He knows it's gone. He's going to watch it all the way. There's no park in America that could hold that one. He knew it.
2-1 to Parker. Ball 3. So if the Dodgers had any momentum at all on Hatcher's 2-run home run in the first inning, that shot that hit the camera gives you the picture. Oakland 4, Dodgers 2. High twisting foul off third down the line. Hamilton trying to get under it, but it's back into the seats.
When you look at Canseco's swing and you see that hitch, that loop that he's got, you really have to be strong. You have to be quick, and he's all of that. He's a tremendous athlete. In fact, McGuire, who hits a lot of home runs himself, says, I'm not a home run hitter. Canseco is. And I tell you, when you hit balls like he hits, and when he goes in the batter's box or in the cage for practice, everybody stops to watch.
And he is something, isn't he?
Set up the double play with Hamilton, because if he walks him, you got this contact hitter up there, and also a guy that sort of likes to squeeze with. So this is a big pitch coming up for Welch right here.
3-2, the count to Mike Davis in a 1-1 tie in the 6th. And he has walked in to load the bases. That's the 3rd walk. Remember, he has struck out 8. Tony has had Dave Duncan go out to the mound once. So Welch is on the ropes. Once again, Gene Nelson trying to bail the A's out of a hot spot. 0-1 to the rookie, Jeff Hamilton. And there's a high chopper down to Lansford. He's going to go to the plate. 2 down. Falling down is Shelby, but he crawled back to the bag at third.
And Hesse could not make the play because coming in, he really upended him. Now, Lansford, the only play he can make is to the plate, and he's going to make sure he gives to Hasse. Now, watch Heap. Heap comes in, and he upends Hasse right here, and that turns out to be a big play. He can't keep his balance because at third base, Shelby is falling down. Good play by Heap.
So now the A's, who are at the bottom of the barrel emotionally, have a chance to escape the jaws of a lion. And what a story. Who represents the two-out threat but the ex-A Alfredo Griffin. Chopper up along first. They're out of the jam. Center field, and this one is going to be gone. Home run, McGuire. Story. The former Dodger, Rick Honeycutt, wins for Oakland. The former Oakland A loses for the Dodgers, and the kid from Southern California breathes life into Northern California.
Jay Howe challenged him with a fastball. He had some good cuts. He knew that one was gone right there. He took 2 steps, and he knew he touched one off. And this crowd really enjoying it.
McGuire, who had his coach at SC with him before the game, Rod Dado, gives his old coach a big thrill.
But I'm sure they'll not be talking, the Dodgers won't be talking about that pitch. They'll be talking about that 6th inning.
They'll be talking about men left on base. Let's go to Marv Albert.
All right, and here is Mark McGuire, the hero of the ball game just a moment ago. I know you were mobbed moments ago, and folks around here want to know, has it been a collective batting slump of the Oakland A's, or has it been Dodger pitching?
It's only been a couple games, and when you're playing in the World Series or the playoffs, everything gets blown out of proportion. We're swinging the bats fine. We're hitting balls at people. You know, we're getting our cuts in. It's just a matter of time. Just like tonight, right now, I was swinging the bat. Even though I didn't have any hits, I was getting some good cuts and finally drove the ball hard.
Oh, Mark McGuire bouncing back. Let's get back to the booth.
And for Joe Garziola, this is Vin Scully saying good night from the Oakland Coliseum.